12 talk.
Never tonight. No more Herbie scared
conversation forward.
But maybe Baylor needs to be a little bit frightened. Maybe Darrell K. Royal, Texas Memorial Stadium will be a haunted house for them. You know, the last time Texas started 3-4 or worse 3 straight seasons, they fixed it by hiring Darrell Royal the next year, 1957. Charlie Strong's time may be running short to turn it around, but it seemed as if last December that Strong and the Longhorns had turned the corner. Tyrone Swoops finds Caleb Blewett for the touchdowns. The Longhorns went into Waco. Things got a little chippy in this game. Baylor was running out of quarterbacks. Somebody said something about somebody's mama. Everybody got ready to fight. Everybody
Watch
had
16.
to clear the benches. Hold me back. Yeah, Baylor really just couldn't get things going. Chris Johnson was injured during the game, so Lynx Hawthorne, who's a wide receiver, hadn't taken snaps since he was junior in high school, ended up having to play. And Texas knocked Baylor out of the Sugar Bowl 23-17. And Texas, that fan is in search of a defense for sure. But the Longhorns will have 4 freshmen who bolted from Baylor after Art Briles was fired late this spring. Now, the latest chapter of that Baylor scandal emerged yesterday with the Wall Street Journal reporting that it was 17 women allegedly victimized at Baylor since 2011. That is the first time that the number of women has been reported. Baylor's season continues to play out against that backdrop, although it's really important to note that no current players stand accused. Jim Grobe has guided his team to a perfect start against a very manageable schedule up to this point, but that changes starting today.
For every team in the country, going on the road's not easy. So I think it's going to take a lot of focus. We know we're playing a very talented, well-coached football team.
We need some wins here at the end of the season in order to make a bowl, and so what a better week to come back at home. You know, we're undefeated at home, and hopefully we can keep that streak going.
Just to get our confidence back, you know, I think we still do have confidence, but, you know, I think a win this week would help our team a lot.
They have a lot of heart, and it shows on the field, it shows on the film. They're never going to quit. That's just who they are.
You got to protect this house, continue to play with that standard of, hey, no one comes into DKR, you know, and imposing their will on us. We're going to impose our will on them and make sure we continue to protect this house.
Big 12 standings go a little something like this. Oklahoma leading the way by a half game over the 2 teams who are undefeated overall, Baylor and West Virginia. They're not quite.
Only top 6 there, kid.
Yeah, we get there. We don't get all of it. You just get the top 6. 10 teams in the Big 12, which challenges the math, and we're going to continue with the 10 teams in the Big 12 as well. Now, some more numbers, 6, 12, 10. Baylor has the 10th toughest remaining schedule, but up to this point in the season, the Bears have played exactly 1 team that ranks in the top 79 of the FPI. Now, Texas, sub 500 at the moment. What can we figure out about the Bears today against the Longhorns?
We can figure out if they're a contender. And I say that because their defense is ranked first in the Big 12 in yards and points. They also haven't played a good offense yet, not one good offense. So today, Shane Buechele and company, Texas, that's not the problem. The offense has been great. Charlie Strong's done a great job bringing in a new OC. Shane Buechele's throwing the ball over the yard. So if Baylor's defense plays good today, they're for real. And I will believe in them being a playoff contender and a championship contender in the Big 12.
Really? Because
just by beating Texas?
I was going to say,
no. By the defense playing good.
Okay.
That's what I want to see. I know their offense.
I was going to say by beating Texas.
No, I want to see their defense.
How they win.
I want to see their defense do something against Texas's offense. Because if they can play defense in that league a little bit,
that's fair.
They're going to win the league.
Yeah, that's a good point. I look at Texas and I think, here's a team that's 3-4. What have they lost? 4 of their last 5? I don't see Baylor coming into this game, and if they win and you walk out of it saying, whew, I'm all in, Baylor's legit. But it would be more impressive than anything they've done up to this point. And as David just said, we'll learn a lot more about them, certain aspects within the game, like their defense and how they handle adversity, being on the road, that type of thing. So I'm not going to be all in no matter what happens today against Texas, one way or another.
You know, this Texas team, to me, isn't the team that you can measure yourself against at this point because they're such a bad team, especially defensively. We know that Baylor can run the score up on them. But like you said, Baylor's defense, really good defense. Don't get a lot of credit for what they're able to do, what they've been able to do so far. But running against the run, they're not that great. And I think that's where Texas may try to butter their bread. Deontay Foreman, he leads the Big 12 in rushing right now. He averages 142 yards a game. Texas will have to ride Foreman in their running game if they're going to compete today against Baylor. Baylor's #1 in total defense, passing defense and scoring defense, but
In the
not
Big 12.
rushing defense in the Big 12, right. So I think that's what Texas may have to try to butter their bread with their running game today.
Texas's offenses can do anything. They can do anything they want to do. They can throw the football. They can run. So if Baylor can slow them down, then they'll prove to me enough.
You guys see on the Bear,
right at the
the
top.
Baylor Bears board over there.
Baylor Bears board?
The Bear has the Bears in Texas. What do you have there for us, my friend?
Since 2013, Baylor has trouble with Texas. I know there have been some weather and some injuries. 3 of their last 6 lowest scoring totals for Baylor has come against Texas. 3 of their worst 8 offensive performances in terms of yards per play have come against Texas. And those have been bad Texas defense. This is a bad Texas defense as well. I like Texas in this game. We know more about Texas. The game in Stillwater got away. They're in the game against Oklahoma. They're in the game against Kansas State. They're in the game against Cal. I like Texas to win at home today.
Outright.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're putting a hammer down on that one.
After last
you
week.
gave us
They're
the
3.5 point underdog. It's not like this.
I know,
it's
but
not like
I'm
this
just saying.
massive
I'm just saying.
upset.
You gave me the eyes. You gave me the eyes.
I'm
You
just
mean that
saying
one.
that when I asked a few minutes ago
Yeah.
how many of the unbeaten's going to go down, you guys kind of danced around.
Yeah.
Not the Bear.
I said
he's not
At
going to
least
unbeaten
2.
out immediately.
At least 2 will lose.
I'm with the Bear on this one. I think Texas is going to win too.
All right.
Wow. I got Baylor.
Yeah, I got Baylor. I got Baylor.
Hey,
That sounded good, though.
Yeah,
Did. Bears.